Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Craven County where the manhunt has now entered its 9th day. Extensive searching is being done day and night across Craven County, especially in wooded areas. Yesterday, Craven County Sheriff's Office says that they received a report of a probable sighting of Connelly in the Wilmer area of Craven County. A heavy law enforcement presence was seen in the area with multiple agencies and specialized canine teams, including bloodhounds, helicopters, and drones, assisting in the search. Officials say the area is large and heavily wooded with several abandoned buildings and vehicles. Based on items found over the past few days, officials say Connelly is still believed to be in the area. Tuesday, Sheriff Chip Hughes said a sighting of Connelly was reported to deputies from a ring camera on Highway 43 in the Vanceboro area. Now, Connelly was last seen wearing desert sand-colored coveralls. He is wanted for the murder of his grandmother at her home outside of Havelock on October 25th. Now, the U.S. Marshals and Craven County Crime Stoppers are offering a reward for information leading to Connelly's arrest. If you have any information on the case, please call the Craven County Sheriff's Office at 252-636-6620. That number can be found there at the bottom of your screen, or you can reach out to Craven County Communications at 252-633-2357. And while the manhunt is in its 9th day, the government shutdown is now past day 36 and is in its 37th day. NBC's Ryan Nobles has more from Washington.
This morning, a dramatic new step affecting travel nationwide. As the government shutdown enters day 37, the FAA cutting back flights, reducing traffic by 10% at 40 high-volume airports.
There will be additional disruptions. There will be frustration.
The whole country affected, from busy hubs up and down the East Coast, to the Midwest, to Texas, which has already seen long lines earlier this week, to the West Coast. Travelers now bracing as the holiday rush is just ramping up.
It's going to start getting pretty dicey here pretty quick.
The shutdown has led to air traffic controllers and TSA officers working without pay, many calling in sick, leading to staffing shortages and the equivalent of airport traffic jams.
I'm not aware in my 35-year history in the aviation market where we've had a situation where we're taking these kind of measures.
The airport headache's just one of the many consequences of a record-setting political shutdown. Food banks across the country taxed as federal food assistance benefit recipients struggle to make ends meet.
Just the holidays coming up, we need the extra food and the extra help.
On Pennsylvania Avenue, signs President Trump has had enough, worried his party is taking a political beating in the wake of this week's elections.
The shutdown was a big factor, negative for the Republicans.
Senate Democrats agree and believe that means they should hold firm and push for health care reforms, though there are talks underway.
Can you give us an update on where things stand? And
all I can tell you is that talks continue. They've been productive.
Some Republicans willing to talk about key Democrat sticking points.
I think we should talk. I think we should find a way forward on this.
Again, that was NBC's Ryan Nobles reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast. Today is going to be a cooler day than yesterday. We got the same sunshine, though, and air temperatures already in the low 60s. Not bad, but with a north-northeasterly breeze blowing in at between 10 to 15 miles an hour across most of eastern North Carolina, it's going to make it difficult for our air temps to get too warm today. We'll get up there. We'll get most likely mid to upper 60s, but largely going to be staying shy of the 70-degree mark. Not to worry, we'll be back with the warmth coming up for tomorrow. Right now, this is a view through our PGV cam, 61 degrees in Greenville, north-northeasterly wind at 12 miles an hour. Great day for, well, flying, so long as you can avoid some of the major hubs where the government shutdown is really having an effect on traffic control problems at those airports. Here's a look at what we've got along the Neuse River through our New Bern cam, 60 degrees with a north-northeasterly wind at 13 miles an hour. Overall, again, a great day to be on the water as well, if you don't mind a bit of a chilly breeze. It's maybe a good day for some sailing. As far as your air temperatures go throughout eastern North Carolina, most of us right now in the low 60s. A few of us still hanging on to the mid to upper 50s. It's going to again be a day really marked by the breeze and really the direction of the wind. It's going to be a chilly breeze throughout the area today, already starting out with a fairly noticeable breeze, particularly if you're down closer to the Crystal Coast, where we've got a 15-mile-per-hour sustained wind in Jacksonville, 22-mile-per-hour sustained wind in Beaufort. Here's a look at what winds are going to do over the next 24 hours, though. Going to be swinging around to the southeast as we head into tomorrow, and that's what's really going to bring about the warmer air, not only for Friday, but for the upcoming weekend. Get ready again for some more warmth on both Saturday as well as Sunday. Today, not the case. Mid-60s for today, but that's what happens when you have a cold front work its way through the area, and during the early morning hours, you're really not going to get all that warm in the afternoon. That's exactly what happened earlier today. Between around midnight last night to around sunrise this morning, a cold front moved through. Left us with more of a northeasterly breeze, and that's going to push cooler air into eastern North Carolina throughout the area today. Now, overnight lows going to dip down into the low 40s. Some inland areas closer to I-95 may end up in the upper 30s tomorrow morning, but I think most of us generally between around 40 to around 44 degrees as we wake up early tomorrow morning. Getting to near 70 degrees by noon tomorrow, into the 70s tomorrow afternoon as we head towards 1, 2, and 3 p.m., even holding on to 70 by 4 p.m. But then even more warmth shows up on Saturday and Sunday as that southwesterly wind really starts to take hold. That will be a precursor to a very strong front that will bring in some frigid air temperatures coming up next week. Yeah, we're talking about our first freeze of the season. There you can see that large low pressure system coming down out of Canada. That will again swing quite the massive cold air, not just across North Carolina, but across the southeastern United States. It is going to, again, be significant chill from really the Mississippi River extending all the way to the Atlantic coast. There you can see that cold air really kind of pooling around Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, northern Alabama, northern Georgia. And the fact that even Atlanta is going to be feeling this chill means that the mountains aren't going to do a great job of stopping that cold air. That cold air will be able to kind of sing around the mountains and still make it into eastern North Carolina coming up next Monday night into Tuesday morning, which will be a first alert weather day for the potential freeze. That cold air will stick around through the day on Tuesday, so Veterans Day going to be a chilly one. It's going to be one where you're going to want to have a jacket or at least a sweatshirt handy, and then we'll gradually warm up as we head through the remainder of next week. But here's what it looks like on your 8-day forecast. 65 today, 71 tomorrow, and then we are into the mid to upper 70s for this weekend. Have a better chance of showers and storms coming in late Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening along that frontal boundary. Right now it does look like we could certainly see some thunderstorm activity, but severe weather not looking likely. Now 52 degrees on Monday will be quite the change from 78 on Sunday. And then we get to 29 degrees early Tuesday morning. Get again ready for a chill. If you've got any pipes that need to be winterized, anything that needs to be taken care of before the freeze happens, make sure you get it done this coming weekend. Well, that's all we have time for today's 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic Thursday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.